watching Obsession.
Obsession.
And then
Huh.
seeing the extent someone can actually go to gain the attention of someone is mind blowing. Like, me, I have so many things to say about Obsession here, but then I'll reserve it and then take your comments on Obsession.
Yeah. Obsession. Honestly, you see, regarding the title Obsession, I believe it's more about the man. It's more about Bear being
Bear
the one being
obsessed
obsessed
with
rather
Nikki.
than the lady. Nikki.
But then later on, it turned because his obsession drove him to do something, and then later on, whatever result that he got out of what he did became too much for him to handle. It's just like General Kai when he wanted to take the chi of Po in Kung Fu Panda 4 A3, and then Po decided to give everything to him, and then it was too much. It was too much that
Yeah.
it blew him away. That is what I feel like happened in Obsession.
But my main stance be like the one obsessed is actually Bear. Because you see the way the movie starts, like he has been obsessed with her.
He has a
starts
crush.
like she's going to her handle, Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
He's looking at her, and then you can also tell her to her face that you like her, but then you decide to use something that you believe might not happen.
But actually,
Then after everything went on, after you see that things are not normal, things are going to like bizarre, things are
Yes.
going up and down, and you are still convincing yourself that it's okay. That is the main base of me saying that Bear was the one who was obsessed. Of course, the whole thing is about Nikki being obsessed.
yeah.
obsessed. That's, I believe, is the face value of the show.
yes,
For
because
everyone to see that Nikki obsessed. But if you like dig deep, if you go through, you see the one who was really obsessed was actually Bear, because he couldn't let something like that
go.
and it was not Nikki. He himself was aware of that. He was aware that it wasn't Nikki, but still,
But
that he was still obsessed with whatever it was.
I get where you are coming from, but I also think that Bear from the first place, okay, what some of the things that he did that was like, in a way, he's obsessed with Nikki was one. He said he goes to her social media handles and all that. You are friends with this person in life. You get to see her each and every time. Like,
Oh yeah,
you've been friends since. So what is the obsession with you stalking her on Instagram and on her socials? That is one. And then also, you walk into a shop, you say, make one wish willow. You purchase this. I mean, no one in their right mind, okay, will actually think that purchasing a one wish willow from a shop, okay, and then making a wish will actually come true. And then the whole crazy thing about it was in that particular moment where you had dropped her off, and you earlier said you had something to tell her. She wasn't even interested. Like, she got out of the car and then she was going, and it was like, oh, I remember you said he has this. She was like, oh, never mind. Have a good night and all that. And you tried everything that your friend Ian had told you to do, like the freaky Nikki and all that. It didn't work. She was like, she hates that Stockholm. And then you make that wish. She comes back to you and she's like, you said you had something to tell me earlier. Da. Now I want you to come inside with me. Like, shouldn't something prompt you that?
no, like the thing that you are saying, he knew. He looked back immediately. Like Nikki came back, was like, you know what? He turned back and looked at the one wish willow 10, the product. He looked at it. He knew. Just that he didn't want to believe so. Like, he wanted to enjoy the moment. Of course, he's a human. It just like, it's very, very, like, it's strange. It's scary.
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
only like it's abnormal. It's also scary. So that's what he was like, trying to push himself, push her away and away and away and away.
He
So the
wanted
thing was
to
that
enjoy it while it lasted.
yeah.
He was like, oh, now she's mine.
I
We
think
can have some fun.
everyone who has seen Obsession knows that it's obvious that Bear was the villain. It is quite obvious. So I do have an argument with that. Bear was the villain of the movie. And it is 100%. Bear was the one who was the villain, was the one who was...
He caused all that.
Not the fact that he caused, like, he was the one who, like, the source of every bad thing that happened in the movie. He is the villain, and he was the one who was obsessed. That's my take. It's not even hot. It's not even...
It's not a hot
it is
take.
a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
That is true. But then when you just watch it, like, on the face value, Nikki is now the monster here.
Nikki was never the monster. It was never
Because
Nikki.
look at the things she did.
Nikki was never the monster.
I get it. She was under a spell whatsoever. It was because of what Bear did in the beginning that pushed her to do all these things. But you see, there are times that, I don't know if you noticed that, so there were times that she could actually come to the realization that, what the heck am I doing? And then in just a few seconds, she snaps out of it and goes back into being the obsessed girlfriend.
That should tell you that Nikki was fighting for her life.
She was
Nikki
just like,
Nikki was like struggling. It was like those kind of movies, those kind of shows where
Like
people goes into their minds and
Get
they are
Out.
fighting.
have you watched Get Out?
Of course.
You see how the doctor and her wife, they get black people and then they will do some mental this one on them and then take someone's cognitive memory and put it in theirs. It's just like being in the rear seat of a car and then someone else is driving it. You actually see everything, but then you don't have any motor functions, don't have any control of it. And I also think that you guys should watch it as well. Get Out is a movie by Jordan Peele and it's actually one of the best films out there you can see for yourself.
Yeah.
Back to what we were saying, Elton.
So as I was saying, it is how like it's those kind of movies, those kind of shows where people are fighting with themselves. Like it's mostly happening in superhero movies where they are fighting with their other selves in order to gain full control.
True.
So I believe that Nikki was fighting that demon or whatever that possessed her. Was fighting because anytime things like gets too scared, like you know that she's fighting for her life.
But everyone
Like-
else thought that Nikki is doing too much. They just didn't know the cause of it because Bear never told anyone that this is what he had done. That is actually making Nikki do that. And he was also trying to find means to justify that it's not the one wish willow. Maybe she's now in love with me or something.
Bear was an idiot, was a fool. Because Bear, like I'm really pissed at Bear because Bear was when his friend, even though I believe some people are saying that his friend, what is the guy's name? Ian. People were saying that Ian was trying to sabotage
the relationship.
the relationship. He was trying to. Obviously, the movie started with Ian trying to like help Bear get Nikki.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the
He gave him
advice he
all-
was
all
giving
the
him was all
advice
BS.
Was all BS,
All
yeah.
BS. Like, call her
Freaky
Freaky Nikki
Nikki
or something. And then obviously when the waiter who they have
Yes,
they told to
act as Nikki.
I've seen that waiter. She gave reasonable advice to Bear. He was telling her, why don't you give her flowers? She was giving her
like
reasonable, but
what a man would do if he actually has interest in a girl.
Good.
The normal norm.
Once like the waiter said these reasonable stuff, then Ian was like you can now get the heck out of here. So you now leave us and let me try and mess this relationship up. So like I mean, people are saying that, but then I believe that Ian truly cared about Nikki when it comes to like how she valued, because it later came that, spoiler alert, that Ian and Nikki were hooking up.
Yeah, they were a
thing.
thing.
So honestly, one day nothing has happened. The next day you are totally in love with Bear. When Bear was struggling to even talk to you. So when Ian was like what is happening?
What is happening?
And
This is not so normal.
then obviously
And
that
then
time,
all the friends in the friend circle were like, this isn't something that Nikki would do on the normal because Nikki wouldn't do this in the first place. So why is it that all of a sudden she's doing all this? She's all over. Even when they go to work, all over. And then each time, Bear is also trying to find something to justify about it.
when Ian told him that like you couldn't even be without her for 3 hours,
Yes.
and then Bear was like, she's the one who can't leave me alone. How dare
Like,
you?
You know that you've done, you know what
How
you've
dare
done to
you?
cause this. And then now you're just making everybody see Nikki as
Nikki
the
is the
villain.
idiot. Nikki is the one who is
All
and you
over
are the
me.
one- you are the one who is the cool guy who has a girl all over you.
yes.
So you are the kind of guy who has Nikki all over you. So you are the one who say you're a boss man. But the lady who was destroying herself, acting all those things. Bro,
The-
like
the
they didn't
thing she
even think
did-
about that. That's one thing I say. Bear was honestly when I finished watching Obsession, like I've never been scared till I after I saw have you seen Drag Me to Hell?
Yes, I've seen Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell couldn't make me sleep. I was like about 9 or 10 years ago. 10
Drag Me
years
to
old.
Hell is scary.
I couldn't sleep. I had to
It's
go to
scary.
my parents' room, trying to beg them to make me sleep beside them.
Drag Me to Hell is
So
very
I've never
scary.
felt that way before
After-
until now. Obsession.
Obsession
one
is
thing is
really
that-
messed up.
obsession really doesn't bring you scary things.
Scary things
It's
like
something that are creepy.
monsters or demons or this one. But then it's just like something that happens in our everyday life.
Good.
But then how creepy it can be.
Yes.
The extent people can go because they're obsessed with you.
Yes.
And then the torment that they are going to put you through.
Yes.
Recounting the unusual things Nikki did. The first thing she did was with the cat.
What?
With the cat. When Bear lost the cat.
Mm.
The first thing Nikki did when she dug out the cat and then used it to make sandwich for Bear. I'm sure that Bear was thinking that what the heck has Nikki done? But then he's forgetting the fact that he has caused it.
Like Bear was since the thing worked. Bear is trying to convince himself that it's normal.
It's normal.
Bear
Out
is
of the
aware.
blue,
One thing everyone
Nikki
should
is
be aware
now
of is
in
that
love with me. This is
Bear
someone
is
who
aware
has
of it.
never shown interest in you
He knows.
in as long as you've known her.
This one they shouldn't
And
argue
then
with it.
you do
He
this.
knows.
Yes. Clearly, I'm with you on this.
As I said, Nikki was terrified, fighting for her
Yes,
life.
she was trying to zap out of it
Even
the
the
whole
first
time.
time when they went to that room, when they were about to have their sex, like when they were kissing, she was like, what the heck is happening?
And then she jumped out
jumped
of the
out.
bed.
And you can't tell me that Bear is not aware of it.
Aware
Bear
of it,
doesn't know that the real Nikki is trying to resist. Bear
Now,
knows
Bear is
that.
a monster.
Bear is the monster of the show, as I was saying, the
He's
villain.
the monster.
So when they started speaking, you were trying to doubt whether he was the one who was the real
Bear is a
villain.
monster.
So
Like,
the whole thing about the obsession is directed at Bear. And another theory someone gave in TikTok, the person's name, let me see. Someone gave a huge,
like
what do you call it, theory.
if people could go these lengths, okay, to make people actually see and appreciate them, like it's giving me the creeps right now. Like it's very
Okay.
creepy and scary.
So I saw this theory on TikTok. The
Okay.
guy's name was Brady with 3 A's. And he was like, the spirit that possessed Nikki was the dead cat, Sandy or something. I've seen the cat died at the beginning. So honestly, the spirit was still lingering over that place. And then he made a wish. And I've seen the moment the wish worked. One thing Nikki said at the beginning was that my cat just died. What brought the cat? People were saying that she was trying to familiarize herself with the human world, and the first that came inside her mind was that she's a cat, and like the cat just died. That came first. And you see her reactions, her behaviors.
And then this one was like, Bear was like, which cat of yours?
Have you seen?
And then she went back after a few seconds. She went back and she was like, oh, you just told me recently that your cat had died.
Mm.
So that could be true.
And I've seen cats are obsessed.
Yes, and they are
Their-
clingy with
They're
their
also
owners.
obsessed with their owners. They like to cling
Yes.
to their owners, like always putting their
Yes,
head
that was
over.
all that.
And you see how Nikki behaves, like the possessed one, how she was moving around. I've seen she even made a mural or something for the cat.
And then how
the dead cat.
Yes, a mural for
She
the cat.
made it for
and
like
how
funeral kind of thing.
cats sometimes
really-
they go into the dark and then they will just be staring at
They're
you.
watching
Nikki,
their owners.
yes, Nikki
Cats.
used to do that a lot.
Yes. He was staring. He's just staring at the
Yes,
owner.
she'll stand in the corner somewhere in the
Yes.
dark and just be
staring.
looking at him.
Yes. So that was one of the things that was like, wow.
Could be true.
Nikki, that guy's name again is Brady with 3 A's
With
from
3 A's.
TikTok. When the moment I saw that theory, I was very,
I was
and
like-
also the comment section was also saying a lot of things.
It
about
could
how-
be. It could
how
be.
have you seen like how as I said before, how she moves around
Yes.
and how Nikki was saying she wants to wait by the door when Brad was like she's going to the bathroom. I've
It's
seen-
going to
Nikki said, "Can I wait by the
by
door?"
the door.
Cats would like to wait by the door for you if you are going somewhere away from them.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
maybe this story says that
Maybe
that
the dead
spirit-
cat spirits actually possessed.
that possessed
Wow.
Nikki. And also Sandy is also a cat, a female cat.
Yes.
So
So definitely.
very, very wonderful theory from Brady.
And then also, after all these messed up things happening, and then if Bear actually wanted to do something to stop it, the best thing I think he could have done was to call all the friends to tell them that this is what I have done that is causing Nikki to do this. Explain to them so that you make someone reasonable enough to make a wish to stop this whole thing. You go to Ian, your friend, he's
Like, you only have
jovial.
one friend. You only have one friend.
Yes, you have a number of friends. And one of the most hurting things was that when the female friend died, the one he was in the car with, they were
Yes.
talking. She had gained admission into the art school she had wanted to go, and because Nikki has become so obsessed with him,
Oh, before that happened,
she comes in, breaks the glass with a stone, puts it on the steering wheel, and goes.
and one thing is, you Bear, you've made Nikki obsessed with you.
You.
And now you have her, and then you leave her by her.
Yes.
At
What the
3 a.m. or something to go and
what are you expecting?
to go and meet a girl. Like if this kind of girl
Even
who's
if
obsessed with you, do all
she's
these
not under any spell, in the right normal sense, every other girl would be jealous of this.
things, of course,
Every other girl would
more than
act
a
out.
possessed lady.
Now to come and talk about someone who is actually under a spell that you put her under to be obsessed with you. He was like, I wish for Nikki to love me than anyone else in the whole world. But anyone else though. One of my favorites was when they were at the restaurant eating.
The actress, I think the actress deserves like half
she's
of
a very
an
good
applause. Because
Maybe-
what she did, she made the whole show.
yes.
What she did,
She carried
no,
like
no.
no.
Wow.
No.
And how she made her face when they were playing, the way she made her face, but I was scared.
When she started with the no, when she was, does your dad really have cancer? She was like, no. I thought that was like a response that no, she hasn't. She was like, no. Then she stood up. She was
We're
like,
having a
we
good
should
day.
be having a good day.
Before that, when Bear was away from her for like 3 seconds, she
She
walked.
stood up.
She walked out and then went to
Yes.
look at the place where Bear was.
Bear was
went
making
by.
the call. And then Bear's friend was like, ask her
Perfection of an actor,
if the
actress
dad,
rather.
if the dad actually has cancer, and he comes foolishly. He
You
comes
ask
to
her
ask
that right there.
right there.
Ah.
You couldn't have waited.
And also one point
No,
I want to bring up. So you can see
I'm rooting for her to actually get nominated for any of the movie awards coming up
it
because
would be cheating if she doesn't get anything.
it
Cheating.
was one great performance from her actually.
Because the way she acted, like
It was a very great performance.
I've
like-
never been scared like this since.
A very great and
That's
for
it.
for it to be in, should I call it a horror film of this sort, and then with that kind of performance, she actually deserves it. Like she deserves it.
Also, coming back to Bear, one thing that's like make Bear more wicked, make Bear more someone who I want to like stamp on. Honestly, yeah, I'm really pissed at that guy. Like he's an idiot. He's a
Just the character Bear, not the actor.
not
the
actor.
character
As I
Bear.
said before, if you're attacking characters, it's the characters only, not
Yes,
the actor
not
or
the
the
actors.
actresses.
To
The fact that
clarify
we even-
things.
the fact that we even have the time to be angry at them makes it has to like respect the actor or for
Yeah,
like
for-
performing that way for
for
us. So
executing that
hats
role.
off for the actor and
Yes.
the actresses. But coming back to the character Bear,
Bear.
what makes him more like is how
You want to crush him with your bare hands.
it's how when Bear called the obviously the customer service
Yes,
on,
of the one wish willow.
and then he was like, what Bear was saying was that I want to alter the wish. The first thing
He doesn't want to
the first
cancel
thing,
it.
the first thing that he was saying was that he wants to alter it.
Alter it.
He didn't think of
Of
stopping the wish.
cancelling
The
it.
first thing he said was that I want
Alter.
to alter because the one who was behind the call was like, "Do you want to cancel?" It's like, no. I want to alter it, which means Bear wanted to use Nikki. Just that it was too much. He wanted it to be manageable.
Yes, you wanted to be like normal.
Yes, I want to use you as a pet. I want to use you as a dog. I want to use you as insignificant thing, but something
For
that I
only
can
my
manage.
pleasure and
But something
justification.
that I can manage, something that I can control, something
Yes.
that I can use. That people are not going to talk much.
much
So he
about it.
wanted to use Nikki in a way that one brings suspicion. But the end goal was that he wanted to use Nikki without her consent.
Okay.
So everything that happened, all their sexual encounter was all rape and rape.
Yes,
and
it
rape.
was.
Because it was not. Oh,
And then
bro.
let me say this. I feel like the friend group that they were into, they didn't try much. Because you know Nikki very well. This is someone
Yes,
who wouldn't go out her way to do this.
good.
She wouldn't do all these things she's doing. And you guys didn't find anything unusual about it. You guys didn't decide to probe further to actually find out what is causing Nikki to. Like, even if Nikki is to lay out her top 10 right now, I don't think Bear would have been part of it because she saw Bear as a little brother. And
Yes.
even in the beginning, they said that she's been there since Bear's father died. And then she had always looked after him and all that. And all of a sudden, this thing happens right after the whole friend group. You had like a nice like get together something. And the next day she's acting all this. And then it becomes progressive and even more worse. And you people decide not to do anything about it. You just decide to make things like be as they are. Come on. They didn't do well at all.
Even that, when they were playing those kind of
Games.
where that's
You like kiss the person to your left.
and
She
even
gets
before
up.
that, everything the story that Nikki said, everything if you listen to the story very well, it's about incest.
Yes.
It's about how some siblings were sleeping with each other and everything. It also goes back to how Nikki has told the friend that he sees Bear
as a brother.
a
A little,
brother.
yes, as a
So
brother.
her bringing this story up should have prompted them to like,
You
because
people
it's not
should have.
normal.
Yes.
And then
And they didn't.
after all these things, after he went to kiss, and then everything, Nikki was saying, "It's not me, it's not me," and then he hit.
Yes,
Why
she
didn't they
started
question
hitting
it?
her head.
She said
This
it's
is
not
very
me.
unusual.
She said it's not me.
Yes.
If I was listening carefully, she said it's not me, it's not me, and then it was hitting
Hit
herself, and then she was like, "Sorry, guys,"
Guys,
and then all of a sudden, it's okay.
it is very unusual.
So why didn't anyone ask? What do you mean it's not you?
Like,
The first thing you should be saying, say, would be like, why didn't anyone suspect that maybe, just
Yes,
maybe,
maybe.
Bear has done something,
something
to her.
to her.
Maybe she has used something on her ass to make her fall deeply in love with him. They didn't even question that.
Even if
only
it's not anything supernatural, maybe something psychological.
Ian and all, like, they didn't really, even though Ian was trying to say that let's just separate you guys, but then they didn't go further at all. There were a lot of things that they could have done.
They didn't
but
do
they
well.
didn't.
The friends didn't do well at all.
Hmm.
I'm actually disappointed in the friends, but it also pains me that the girl who died actually died in that manner. I mean, she had actually gotten what she wanted in life,
What are you
an
talking about?
admission to an art
Oh
school,
yeah.
and then obsessed girlfriend under spell actually comes and then offs her like that, and then Bear was stupidly just watching, like he's scared for his life. You know very well that Nikki is not actually going to do anything to harm you. She just, you have made her what she is now. And then you're acting scared. Like,
One thing that one character trait about Bear was that he was a coward.
yes, he was.
He was a coward because at the end of the day, spoilers alert, at the end, when she later was like, let me just off myself to save, and then everything, if it wasn't for the wish that possessed Nikki made, he would have puked the drugs
Yes,
out and
the
he would have
drugs out.
continued to use Nikki forever and
And
ever.
ever.
Because he was afraid of his own life than the
Yes,
life
than
of
the
Nikki.
life of someone.
The thing that Nikki was going through was far more than you. Because Nikki is like, and Nikki also was telling you, please kill me. When Nikki got
Yes.
a bit of chance to talk,
To talk. She said
Told
it
you-
all. And she was like crying, like you could see.
please
Say,
don't wake
please.
her up. And do you remember what Bear said?
What did he say?
Is it that bad to be with me? How dare you to say that? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Like Bear was saying that, is it that bad to be with me? Something like that, something on that note. Nikki is saying that, please just kill me, and you are saying that, is it that bad? Like you are saying that
Because
she
you are
should
with me,
continue
you
to be
want to
used by
die.
you.
Like, there are times that I'm watching movies I wish I had a chance to enter and actually do something about it. But then that's just the beauty of cinema. And that is why we are here,
Bear.
to talk about
Bear's
everything
death
we
was
love.
Too easy.
Yes, he went out too simple.
Bear went out, and you do know one thing that is very terrifying about the whole show, the whole movie, was the aftermath of the whole thing. Because what will happen to Nikki? Because by all means,
Means-
she's not getting out of this
Yes,
easily.
easily.
Either she's going to prison,
Jail,
or psychiatric
Trick-
ward.
yes.
But I think
Definitely she's going to
huge
go
consequences.
Psych. Definitely she's going to go to psyche.
It
But it's
depends.
going to be for a long time.
It depends because remember that Ian already has $1 billion in his home.
Ian
and
is
he has
out.
died.
Yes.
And he has died inside your place, where you and Bear's place. So like,
And
people are
then
not going to think of this as
you
a
see
normal
the
thing.
girl she took out in the car, she brought the body back into their home.
And another thing about the whole obsession thing about the possessed Nikki was, if you, I don't know if you realized it, but the possessed Nikki was wearing the clothes of the lady she killed.
Yes.
And even the tattoo, she has done everything. Meaning, like she wants to do everything.
like
better that
someone.
if you want this type of girl,
yes, I'll be
this
that
kind of
person
girl
for you. Yes, I observe that.
Very good. 'Cause-
If you want this, then that is how I'm going to be for you.
Oh, like I was very sad for Nikki because everything, even in the beginning when she was pissing
Oh my
herself,
God.
she was like, she's fighting.
Chin.
I want to get out of this, and bear.
Sometimes
bear. I was in the beginning to when Bear went for to buy the wish reload thing. I was in the one on the store was like people come and
complain that
and
their wishes didn't work.
And it was like, so why it doesn't work at this time? And I was like, oh, I wish they were dead. Maybe they all died at the end. I wish they were dead. He said, oh, he gave you spoilers, and he didn't even take notes because he was like, you are good. So after the 10 worked, didn't you think of the consequences?
Yes.
They all died at the end. And even he couldn't have the courage to kill himself.
No.
Because even when as I said before, when he took the medicine, he realized that no.
Yeah, he tried to puke.
To live.
And have someone be this to me than rather go out.
And use Nikki without her consent. Because what she was doing to Nikki.
And then I'm sure that obsessed Nikki to realize that Bear is trying to get rid of me. Now you've turned me into this. Now you want to get rid of me. So I'll do something that will make you obsessed with me.
So, like, it's up to us for us to guess what exactly the wish was. Because even though we know that the wish is about him, it's about Bear loving.
Yes. Definitely.
Obsessed Nikki. That's a fact. But
yes,
how did
she come about it?
Maybe it's the wish like love me exactly how I love you. Because if it went out with it, then Bear would also be doing
crazy
things for her.
But it would have been normal because they wouldn't hurt anyone else. It's just going to be the two of them. I'm sure they would have stopped their jobs and everything.
The thing is that it doesn't matter if the two of them don't look outside themselves. If someone else comes outside, they are going to hurt that third party. So you're going to say that they're not going to hurt anyone. Once they feel, since they're both going to be upset with each other, once they see a third party coming close, off the person quickly. Another thing that I think you maybe realize was do you see the whole thing about the tiger's eye? Do you remember that the tiger's eye when they went to the dinner, Nikki gave her tiger's eye to.
Yeah.
So I was a bit confused. By all means, it has a meaning, right? So I went to search for the meaning on Google, and one thing about tiger's eye was it is a gemstone best known for symbolizing courage, protection, and mental clarity. So her giving this kind of thing to Bear was like giving out all the last bit of sanity she has to Bear. So like
now Bear has absolute control over me.
Good.
And this was something that she said was handed to her by her parents or something.
Something like that. Yeah. So,
and it's her most adult treasure or something. So even if it has no meaning than this, giving out your most cherished treasure out to someone actually means a lot.
Good. And also, how do you call it?
Obsession is actually great. Like
very great.
This year I've seen like a number of horror films. I've watched Ready or Not 2. It was just bloody.
Like the second one.
Yes.
I haven't gotten the chance.
And then they will kill you. That one.
Please don't give me
another bloody. Yes, I will not give you spoilers. You should watch them. Yeah, another bloody horror movie. And then I've watched Obsession, and then I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Maybe they are yet to release Evil Dead Ben. Have you watched Evil Dead Rise? Have you watched Evil Dead Rise? They're about to release a new one, Evil Dead Ben. But as it is now, Obsession this year is my number one horror film of the year. It actually has a chance of actually being film of the year.
You see how the thing is going, how the budget was low and now
yes, it was low budget. It was directed by a YouTuber.
Of course, yeah.
Low budget. I mean, it wasn't even up to $1 million production budget, and now it's grossing over 200 million. Like
this is what you call success. Yes. Wow. And it is deserved. Well deserved. Because like anyone who sees this movie,
it's not about hype or anything.
Yeah, this thing deserves every bit of like people hyping it.
People hyping it, all the love. Yes.
It deserves all the love
hands
and
down.
Everything.
Obsession is up there. Like this year, it is.
And someone also mentioned that I was in there giving out the tiger's eye. Before she gave the tiger's eye, everything there was the time where they were like watching movies and all that. It's like it was a bit calm.
Yeah.
But after she
she became
tiger's
rowdy.
eye, then she was out of control.
Yeah. Yes, earlier she was like normal clingy girlfriend.
No.
And then
To the store, to the friend group thing. That was when it all went to
bizarre.
yes. So yeah, Obsession is a peak movie. Honestly, I
It
had to watch an anime. I had to watch some fun anime before I could sleep. Because even though anytime I was watching it, I would be like, looking
You'll
behind
be looking
me.
behind you if no one is in the shadows watching you.
And then I'll go inside, I'll go outside and look at the people around me and say, okay, I'm not alone here.
Everyone is
Because this
okay.
thing was so much. Because, hey,
The Obsession is crazy. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. If I'm to watch it for a second time, it would be so strange. Because this thing isn't it's more of a psychological horror film. It actually takes a toll on your brain. Like
Yeah.
it makes you feel like what is happening? It's just like Get Out. The feeling I got after watching Get Out, I was like, what is happening? Like, do you get it? These kind of horror films, they are not bloody or Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes or Halloween or Scream, 9CS slashing here, blood here, but then they are very psychological. Like they
Yes.
really get to you.
but we should like find a way if we could get a character, we would beat him day in, day out. Because obviously, remember the time where he was telling Possessed Nikki that he wants he wants her to be Nikki, and she was
Yes.
like, I can't be Nikki. And like and she was like, I am your freaking Nikki. I want you to be like the old Nikki. I was like, I can't be that.
What
I can't be that.
what the heck does he expect? You have turned me to this, and now you want me to be. If you want me to be that, you shouldn't have done this in the first place.
So all this tells you that Nikki is well aware that it's not Nikki. He's well
Yes.
aware that
Bear is
Nikki
aware.
he has locked Nikki,
Nikki
somewhere and
somewhere.
he's using like freaking Nikki said like yeah. And after the freaking Nikki, the possessed Nikki,
Okay.
like offed a friend, she was like, remember, you chose this.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You're the one who wanted this.
Yes.
So it's you, like you wanted this.
You wanted
because,
it. And that is exactly what you've gotten.
yeah.
Because, yes.
And unfortunately, Ian too had to be at the wrong place,
Place at the wrong time.
You became a
After
billionaire.
winning $1 million,
It's a billion, so it's a billion,
a
right?
billion. Yeah. He wished for. He said, I wished I had $1 million. And then Bear was like, what the fuck? You've given me to make a wish. I will definitely make a wish for myself, like something I want. If you want to make a wish that I never made a wish whatsoever, to hell with that. I don't care about that. And then the money started falling. I was like, wow. Now all the billions are waste now.
And how the people who sell those wish will how they are nonchalant about the whole
Nonchalant,
thing.
like-
The last part when he went there was like, how can you sell this to people? I was like, hey man, like there are warnings written all over it
Yes.
for you to see.
You didn't read it.
There
And then
were
now
no
you're
words.
coming back here.
And when he was explaining
With
like,
this
unless
trash.
you die,
Yes.
if you want it to end, you have to die.
Yes, you have
And,
to.
and everything, even before that, when he was talking with the customer service guy,
Yes,
he was
online.
like, is there any other way? Like, do I have to die? That's why I said that Bear was a coward.
Yes.
Like, he didn't wish death for Nikki. He also didn't wish death for himself. Because Nikki was begging you, please kill me. He's suffering. That was a face worse than death. Because she doesn't have possession of her own life. She's being assaulted by a guy and she knows she can feel it because the fact that she can get somewhere out means he can also feel
Yes,
what Bear
yes.
is doing to her.
Yes, she feels every bit of it. It's just that's why I always keep going back to Get Out. That one too is psychological. Like all the people who were trapped inside the brains of other people, they felt it. Like there were times that one
I'm
lady.
not sure they felt it.
Yes, one lady in there, she was crying.
Yeah,
Tears were coming out. Like she was like trying to resist it, crying, but then she couldn't because there is nothing she. And then the Lamar guy, the guy Lakeith Stanfield played, the black guy that in the very first opening of the movie, he was being followed by a kind of put in the trunk of the car. The one that's later when they went to the family gathering and he came there and was like, I think I've seen you somewhere before. I think I've seen you. And then he said something and then it's like he came back to his normal
There's a
self.
flash.
Yes.
There's a phone flash. He was taking a picture
camera.
because
Yes.
that guy has been missing for a while.
Yes.
He was taking a picture of him and then
Good.
yeah.
And then it's like he came back to his senses. He was trying to
it was like
get out.
because he has
And then they
experienced a
took him
whole lot.
yes back in and then they put him under again and then
Get
he
Out
came
is
back and was like,
really something you have to
I'm
watch.
sorry. Get Out and Obsession could actually go head to head over here. Like,
But the thing is that like I didn't really feel as scared with
Yes.
Get Out the way I was so scared with.
because Obsession, it was too much.
And also with the Get Out too, the main character, he was able to, you know,
Escape.
get out.
Yes,
literally.
he was able to. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So
Nah,
that's
it was
but
wild.
with this one, with the
Obsession.
obsession, that one, it was quite unfortunate for Nikki.
Yes, very,
And
very
I've
unfortunate.
forgotten about the beginning. Nikki was trying to leave town or something. I think he was trying to leave or something. That's what made that.
He made
push.
the wish.
I've forgotten about the whole line because
I was more focused on the obsession part of it, like the whole thing that happened after
because
the wish was made and all that.
the whole thing about we don't have much time, so he pushed forward. So the whole thing is led from this
it's
to
messed
that
up.
to this to that to this, bro.
I never wish for anyone to be
Obsession
obsessed with me in that
was
way.
very
Never.
peak.
Never.
Because you want someone to obsess.
No, I never want that.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
yeah,
You want that.
yeah.
But then I want to wonder, like, he didn't wish for Nikki to be obsessed with him. He wished for Nikki to love him more than anyone in the world.
Yes.
So what if you wished that Nikki was obsessed with him?
Because obsession is greater than just love and affection.
Yes.
So if he had actually wished to be obsessed with me, that would have been very crazy.
Because with the love everyone part, it means with love him alone part is like, say he wished that Nikki will love him more than anyone in the world,
Anyone
which
else.
means Nikki will not even love herself.
herself. Yes.
Which means he will love Bear more than herself. So that's how the
That's
program
why she
went.
was doing the things that she was doing,
Good.
like hurting herself and all that.
She's trying to, the possessed one want to push the innocent Nikki in. Say like, they are fighting a different kind of battle. I believe maybe if they try and make some kind of show about one thing that might be interesting, I believe that this one should be alone. But if
Yes.
they decide to bring a two or second one, it should be focused on this exactly one, this exact one, but rather focusing on the
Expanding on
experience
it.
on
On
Nikki.
internal Nikki.
It starts with Nikki's
Yes.
as a main actress, where she is going somewhere and all of a sudden it turns black, and then she sometimes wake up, goes back, wakes up, go back. He
Maybe
feels
the
that
times
Bear-
that Bear is asleep or Bear is away at work, and the normal one is actually able to come out, like the things she goes through. That would be actually great.
and they make the part where Nikki, the real Nikki, is in like an isolated place
Place.
where there's no one, and then she might be able to communicate with the possessed
Possessed
Nikki, or
Nikki.
maybe fighting or some kind of dramatic thing that I have found from anime.
That
They
is
can make all these things to make us see, because
See.
people who always tend to say that, like, men, I believe no man should say that this is something that is bad for men, bro. The man was the cause of all
yes,
this.
he caused everything.
So there's no way for people to say that Bear was unfortunate or
Fortunate or
no. Bear was the
He
one who
caused
caused
it.
all
Yes,
this. It is
he knew
Nikki-
what he was
It is
doing,
Nikki who was
and
the
then
one
he
who was
caused
being
it.
forced into this.
Yes.
If they make a thing about
Yes.
Nikki being the one who are watching the story, it'd be far dangerous,
Yes.
far more scary, because
And
you
then-
see things you have not seen.
That brings my attention to there is another movie, Backrooms. It's more like what you are saying. I think we should watch it and then come back next time and give.
Okay.
Yes, it's just like an endless room. You enter this space, it's just endless. Okay, like a void. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, it's kind of giving the feel of what you are saying about exploring Nikki from within. You see, like Get Out, when the characters are themselves and they're inside, they're in this hollow place.
They're like falling.
They are like falling in an
Falling,
endless
yeah.
pit. There is no end. Yes, like an abyss they are falling into, and then you get it. Yeah, that would actually be great. That would actually.
Yeah.
Overall, how will you rate it?
Bro, this
it-
cannot be 10 over 10. It should be above
If
10
there
over
was a
10.
rating better than that, but this is
20
10 out
over
of 10.
10,
Peak.
20 over 10, because this one, they went straight to the point. They didn't try and like
Yeah.
bring other unnecessary stuff. They said they are talking about obsession.
Yes.
That's exactly what they
What
talked
they
about.
went about.
They
1
went
hour,
straight forward.
49 minutes. So
Good.
great.
No unnecessary
Straight-
stuff. Even
great.
though if they brought some of their friends trying to talk something, some sense,
It's helped
it could
build
have
the
helped,
story,
but
but then
it's still peak.
peak
So that's one thing that
Obsession is the
Very
best
great
movie this year.
Yeah. I'll
So
agree
far.
with you. So far, okay, let's just add a so far.
Yeah,
because there are
so
a lot
far
of
because
bangers
bangers
that'll be
coming.
coming
Yes,
soon, so we
later.
should just-
So we should just
Yeah.
put the brakes on this
So
one now.
With Nikki, she was never free after
Yeah.
But, after Bear made the wish, because she was never free during the wish, and she might never be free
Because
after
now she has
the
to
wish
deal with the
ended.
consequences.
Yes.
Even though Bear is no more,
Yeah.
she's no longer under the spell. But then there are consequences, both legal and the stigma she's going to get from society and all that.
Even the personal trauma too.
Just the trauma that
Because she has
you
gone
see in
through a
the
lot.
end when Bear was out, like, and then she started coming to the realization, you saw the whole expression on her.
The actress, I need to go and sit her
She's
personally
great.
and say you did a very
She did
wonderful job.
she did good.
Because
She did
made
good.
a whole movie for me. And
Yeah.
also the other actress also did.
Navarrete, that's her name. Indy Navarrete. She's good. This is actually her first film I've seen. I've not seen any
Yeah.
movie of her. And then
Perfect.
if you've been able to come out like in your first film like this, and then you've been able to like deliver for me, I mean that's great, because looking at her profile, I'm seeing that she's been in Superman and Lois, but personally I haven't watched Superman and Lois. I also seen that she's been in 13 Reasons Why. Personally I haven't watched that as well. But then seeing her in Obsession, bro, thumbs
Award.
up.
She needs an award.
Thumbs up.
She deserves one. 2,
It's actually
3, or
great.
4, 10. Yeah, so no, Obsession was a peak movie.
Yes, great.
Everyone
10 out
should
of 10.
watch it. Of course, if you are too scared, you shouldn't watch it. It hunts you for the rest of the night. So you can watch it, because I watch it in the evening.
Yeah, so did I. Me too. I watched it in the evening.
Every 3 seconds, I'm looking if the possessed Nikki is coming after
It's
me.
coming after you. Yeah, if you
so
have a
it's very
girlfriend, never wish for her to be obsessed with you, okay? Because it can actually take her around 10. And trust me, yeah, you don't want anyone to be obsessed with you as Freaky Nikki was with Bear.
Someone was saying that, what if as a couple watch this on their first date?
That would actually be crazy. I mean, let's say your first date, you say, okay, let's go to the cinemas to see a movie, and you go and they are screening Obsession after you watch it. I'm imagining the expression they are both going to have for each other.
They'll be looking at each other like this. Like, what the hell did you just watch?
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
So, yeah, Obsession was peak.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's just by
that's
the
all
way.
I can say about it.
You guys should also check it out yourself and watch Obsessions and let us know whatever you think about Obsessions. Did it do for you?